feel like giving up. But the love, you the show, I feel like giving more. The love, you the give, I feel like doing more.
Welcome, this is JoyPrime, the only channel that gives you real entertainment. My name is Ibrahim Ben Bako, better still IB, and today we are going to be giving you this wonderful show that I'm sure is going to get you glued to your TV sets. It is The Review. I'm not the only person who's going to handle this. I'm doing this together with my brother. Hey, what's up with you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I am great.
You had a good weekend?
Oh yeah, I had a good weekend. A very long one. It started from the Y2K, Joy FM's Y2K at the Silver Star Towers, and then, you know, my job will take me to almost every event and won't make me sleep. So I had a very long weekend.
Yeah, you don't look sleepy too.
We're trying. We're trying not to get that very tired.
The work has to be done, eh?
Yes, the work has to be done, bro. The work has to be done. So today we are here. We're coming to have a beautiful discuss, a very discerning one, and we have some people in the studio, some very big names in this music industry. Well, the convo has already started behind the cameras. It's rather unfortunate you've not been here to see who the convo in the studio, but we're definitely going to be bringing them. But before we do that, we'd like to give a tribute to one mighty oak tree that has fallen. Well, the tree fell on Friday. I'm talking about Joel Arca, high life legend. Beautiful, beautiful voice.
Indeed, we've lost a jewel.
Yeah.
You know, Ghana has really lost a jewel. And this is a man who started music way back, with bringing high life to life, you know, back in the 80s and 90s, converting to becoming a Christian, late 90s, and then making sure that, you know, the gospel music also got it to trend and all of that. I mean, he's been very instrumental in the lives of the NDC party. You know, he composed the anthem for them, and that kind of anthem that would want to bring all the members together anytime they get to hear it. Over and over again at the conferences, and we losing him last Friday was just a big blow to the industry.
We didn't wake up to that good news, but this is a video biography of the legend Joel Arca. Let's just take a sneak peek to this. When we come back, we'll go on with the show, The Review. Well, that was high life legend Joel Arca. But this year, this year is not the only legend that fell. We also had CK Man, a man I knew so well back in Takrady, Anaji Estate. I was staying. Well, I was just like a few steps away from him, and he's always at his, porch and making sure that he has a relation with everybody who comes to pass. He'll first find out from, and it's like he knew every family in the hood. That was the kind of man CK Man was, and he also had a beautiful, music life.
You remember Ajo Yankee?
I remember Ajo Yankee. As much as I remember Ajo Yankee, he was also the one who was able to bring Papa Yankson into the music industry. Papa Yankson, the late Papa Yankson himself, has confessed to it many times, and has also been a protege for a lot of people, especially even the people in Carousel 7, his own band. Well, he also passed away this year.
So sadly means that last month we lost somebody. This month he actually died on March 20th, last month, and again,
it doesn't look like this year has been a good year. But let's also go down memory lane to see some of the videos from CK Man.
Osi, mankuti, mina mobre serido.
Me obiara hwehwe mechira kwan Magotina me na ma breseri do Me obiara hwehwe mechira kwan Sedebi menye misika Mongo fie moda senyi Bakande Ibe yino yemi busiyo Afreyi mo yemi wofase Ibe yino yemi busiyo Afreyi no yemi wofase To be the dream Kofi, inke Man crayon Oh, munyayo Na ayuman
Well, that was the High Life legend CK Man. KMJ, can we just observe a 30-second silence for him?
It's very necessary. All right,
well,
so the departed rest in
perfect peace.
Very, very sad about it, and well, they have contributed immensely. So we pray for their souls, and we hope that the good Lord keeps them safe for us.
Amen. Well, there was an era where we had very good songs. I'm talking about when hip life emerged. Emerged with some particular artists who were huge. They had huge songs. They had everybody talking about them when that era of songs were released. Well, Joy FM organized a show, the Y2K.
Yeah.
It took us back then. At the Silver Star Towers, this is what happened at this year's or the maiden edition of the Y2K concerts.
Baby, here we go. Put your hands up. Let's do it. Everybody! Charlie, we're too much. I'm really crying. You ready for the tackle? Let's go.
So it's so much of nostalgic memories. Of course, if you were part of the late 2000s, the early 2000s and late 2000s, you know exactly what we're talking about. These are the people who made it happen. Great music, great composition, everything in between. They made it so lovely. Today you still listen to it and you feel like, wow, you're going back into the 2000s again. And so Joy FM decided to put together a Y2K event, which brought together some crazy people. I'm talking about crazy as in entertainment and creative wise, you know, for us to jam and have a party. And it went down at the Silver Star Towers. You saw Tic Tac performing over there. Well, we've got a surprise in the studio. Even before that, let me find out from Ivy. Ivy, what was your memory, you know, out there at the Silver Star Towers over the weekend?
Well, it took me back to the times I was at Sky FM. I remember when Kwani came out, that album. When it came out, I was at Sky, and in Takoradi, it was amazing the way people were accepting the song. Wherever they heard it, it was amazing the turnout it was giving.
Yeah.
So it took me back. And that time, it was so exciting because I was in my youthful exuberance. I will dance the night.
There's always a party
out.
when these guys' songs come up.
Man, it was a huge party. Even though they say a perfect party is music, food, and drink. But believe you me, at that time, when there was only music, it was still a party. Because that was, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm old school bias. Maybe, just maybe, but believe you me.
What was I even at the time? I think I was a little boy at the time. Like, still going on. Oh, is it? All right, so
Okay,
we're getting the guest talk.
Let's go back memory lane. Let's go down memory lane.
Yeah,
and
once again.
These songs, the videos that I'm going to show you right now, they were songs that were making hits when they emerged. Take a look at them.
KK, me say I promise so. And some men in the Michimadoso, when we are my command court, to see I want to win cut us.
To me, no, can't be mommy. It's some true, me, no, yeah, me, I come to me, no, no, man, Gianni. I sent to me, no, can't be mommy. It's some true, me, no, yeah, me, I come to me, no, man, Gianni.
Or share me, a bra me what me, or pay me and son of me, your chammy, or can't be a brass sent to me, or baby, a bra who drew me, yeah, or free you more your struggle for mechanic.
Now when you get the best animal, one dollar over the Sofia, you know I'm with my coat. May I be for one night, all the Macum is side, shadow that me, my already Sofia. Deba, boy be peso GG me. If I baby I no tata me. Why am I feed me who tree me? Deba, Onyum way dear freaking me. Me say boy na bibi me. Enemy the best myself from me. Deba, Deba, boy be best so GG me. Before baby I know tata me. Why am I feed me who treat me? Deba, Deba, onyum way dear freaking me.
It's a wait now, mama says, and no pain as a mama says. It's a wait now, mama says, and no pain as a mama says. We are pana take here, and stop. We are pana take here, and stop. We are pana take here, and stop. It's a young way to come on, and stop. A young way to come on, and stop, and stop, and stop, and stop. Who piano do that and who go down now? Who took to no do who do pen swat? Now we're better different than they said that we're better than open. Why how about to do? Come on, we did not tell. I don't want myself. And I went to my kuma say to talk.
What you run me, what the? So the Kuramek cannot die yet, though. Say, and I'm a man, no bad, no bad, no bad. And the animal Bandana, so media did that, dear Jodo, I'm vampy, I don't want to say, yeah. Grandson, yeah, Betty, I did be up, say, Betty, I did be grandson, I don't come to that, we are, Betty, I did be a boy, yeah, Betty, I want to be a boy, yeah. I knew running more, don't stop.
So we just wanted to take you back memory lane. I don't know if it's jogged anything from back then till now with the videos you saw.
Yeah, it brings a lot of memories. I mean, looking at all the songs that were played, you could tell that these were the people who were pushing the industry, you know, at the time. So we merging up now they trying to look at the young ones also doing their thing and still collaborating with them and ensuring that we still, all of us, keep the movement going. I think it's super. It's super. And those memories, you can never outlive them.
Okay, so those are some of the things we're coming to talk back then when they emerged, that era, this era, that they're still doing music. We are just coming to have a look at how the music industry, what direction is going, how it is, and how the different phases is going through. Well, I have two outstanding gentlemen here who are going to be helping us to do that. Now, when we are talking about this hip life industry, these names, you can never outlook them.
Yeah.
First off, let's look at their videos. And then when we come back into the studio, I'll unveil my element of surprise.
So that's...
Sometimes I feel like giving up, but the love you the show, I feel like giving more. The love you the give, I feel like doing more. Tip.
I want to show you something. If you want my money and you're dropping in mommy, me sipping in mommy. I want to show you something. If you want my money and you're dropping in mommy, me sipping in mommy. You should know. You should know.
Mami, odo minya basa basa. Pene mami.
I'll meet the pene mami. Adore pene mami. I'll meet the pene mami. Pene mami. Pene mami.
Rap na. Sani awuye media wasi begumi. Wasi begumi. E unkwa. E udi ye mintina makei. Makei.
I want to show you something. If you want my money and you're dropping in mommy, me sipping in mommy. I want to show you something. If you want my money and you're dropping in mommy, me sipping in mommy. You should know. You should know, baby, only.
Pene mami, odo minya basa basa. Pene mami.
I'll meet the pene mami. Adore.
Chukutaka pene mami menya wo basa basa hala hala oya me dala dala ukita power oba bottom power asame dowa onya me fala fame kona me ko hu fada uche no be fa ene wala abi you know say I no be jaga bonkuto abi na wunti my tinto. If I would on to Tapia, and I would penny, Menu Majapia.
Bonkuto. And that is the catchphrase in there. Well, so I'm sure by now you have a fair idea of the two gentlemen I'm talking about. Take an exo. Gentlemen, you're welcome to the studio.
Chip. Now, take Exdo.
Yeah.
These are beautiful moments.
No,
I'm
you add
sure.
Ken Exdo.
Ken Exdo.
King X.
Yeah. Charlie, thanks.
Since when?
No, I keep saying that.
Since when? It's
All
been
the time, man.
since-
man.
Oh, for real?
Day one,
Yeah.
Ken Exdo, man.
So how come you didn't show much of that? We didn't hear much of that. It
Bro,
was
you don't
more
know. That's
Exdo.
why I just said it.
Kings don't go around telling people.
I'm a king.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, you got me to say it for you, you know.
Then I think your subject should be doing more work. You should be telling us that you're
Ken
a king.
Exdo!
Anyway, guys, welcome. Take an Exdo over here in the studio. And I mean, this is all stemming out from the fact that we had an event put together by Joy, your Superstation, to just bring out these memories once again. So basically, I want to find out from you. I'll start with you, Tech. What is your idea, or what you think about the concept Y2K concert or party?
Fantastic idea. It's awesome. It's awesome, especially for Ghana, you know, for a country that do not document what started like entertainment, new age rap music, or hip life, or, you know. So, I mean, Joy is from that era, you know.
Exactly.
And, you know, at that time when it all started. So, it's only in the right direction for Joy to preserve what they started with, you know, because I would say they were part of the, you know, the whole
system at the
beginning,
time
the
when
genesis.
or everything started.
Yeah, I mean they came over and they took it to the next level. So it's very important for Joy to document it, you know, and to make people know that, listen, we are from that era. We not be 2x4, you know, radio or TV or whatever. So it's fantastic.
We'll talk about you reliving that moment again on stage because you performed. But then, Exdo, I don't know whether you've also seen pictures, videos of what happened over there, or maybe you were there to witness it for yourself. But I want to find out from you if you think that this is something that really, if maintained, is going to help merge the system again, like we've all been preaching about.
Yeah, definitely, because I would just recommend Joy FM for doing that all the time, because you know they were there from the genesis. You know, people like Coxstar McClure, Gabi Ajite, Nazigiza.
Those are huge names.
Dory Nando. You know, there were a couple of guys, Heavy D, and
Mr.
all of them. You know what I mean? They were there when we started, and they helped us as we were starting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they know much about the industry when it comes to this hip life. What do you call it, a new era now. So, you know, they know right that they have to bring stuff like that back to teach the ones coming up to know, because as Tech said, there's nobody's documenting those things.
Yeah.
You see, so if Joy FM is doing that, I would just recommend them. I appreciate that. But I think it's a good thing, you know, because usually when kids are growing and they don't know how the big men lived, they go wayward sometimes. If they don't take advice from the big men, people that started earlier before them, if your daddy didn't advise you, like, you won't be like this. If he leaves you to go around like that, he never tell you stories about back then and how things are going, you go wayward. So I think, you know what I mean, keeping doing that all the time will let people and the young ones know that, yeah, some group of people,
there's been times
what
like
we are
this
doing now,
before.
some group of people started it
Exactly.
way
We've done it. Exactly. We didn't just get here.
And the funny thing is, not to cut you as though, Ken as though, but the funny thing is, you know, when a story is told, then you know where to take it to. Because you always have to take it to the next level, or else you've done nothing.
Absolutely.
You see, so when you hear the story, and then you can take it to the next level. So it's always good to learn from the root.
Always good to know your root. Now, talking about wayward, do you see the kids going wayward?
Well, I won't say they're going wayward, but well, not all of them. Some of them, maybe the word wayward is too harsh, but they get lost.
They get lost.
You get what I'm saying? And when you get lost, you try to do things that you think is the best one. As we were young, we were doing our own things. Sometimes we don't take advice from our parents. We go and crash before we come back. You know what I mean? 'Cause you might think you are taking it to the right direction, but it's actually not that side. Because if you listen to the reviews you just did, some of the songs is still banging. You know, back then we do songs that would stay for time.
stay for decades.
That's not what is happening right now.
No, that's not what's happening.
No, but that is not happening.
Is it in entirety or it's just
no,
a
it's
few?
not happening.
It's not.
Let's not even act like it's happening. Can we move to the next question?
We'll definitely move to the next question.
It's not happening.
What is not happening? Songs that are outlive their time or songs that stay?
Songs don't outlive their time.
Okay,
Like, you
okay.
see-
Let me ask you a question. As though let me ask him a question.
Okay.
Let's say maybe 6 months from today back 6 months. Name top 5 songs.
Top 5 songs.
I'm giving you
1,
6 months. This is just 6 months.
3,
6 months.
4,
As though are you
Top 5
counting?
5.
Why are you putting me to
6,
this? I'm supposed to be asking you the
7.
You
questions.
see the way sometimes
I'm supposed to be asking you the questions.
it's deep. You see, yeah.
So is that in essence
to
to say
say-
that if you want to take us back into the late 2000s and ask us to mention top 5 songs, we'll be able to do that without hesitation.
without no hassle.
That's what you want to achieve with
That's
us.
no hassle.
Well, but I mean, you also agree with us that some other folks have done songs that today we'll still talk about. I mean,
No, I didn't know. You are getting me wrong. What I'm saying is we are talking about songs that leave the test of time. That's all we are talking about.
But I can
we are not talking
songs
about.
that are 6. Oh, come on, take.
So do it. I gave you that time and you didn't do it.
No,
Everybody
the only
songs
thing,
are-
the only thing I want to confirm is I will ask the questions. You will do that. So thank you very much for that.
Because you're supposed to be in charge.
Ebony songs are banging. All those songs.
Don't say Ebony songs. Ebony with song.
Anyway,
Now let's come back to it. Okay, so we're looking at the time that you emerged. The time you emerged with songs like Kwani Kwani. The times you emerged with Philomena. The times you emerged with all those songs. Fefen and Fair. When you broke into the Nigerian market, you set a pace that people are following. Those times, looking at these times, I'm not asking you to choose the best, but comparatively, it has gone through phases. Coming into the industry, is this the kind of phases you're looking at, the hip life revolution going through till this time?
You see, it's difficult to say that's what I'm looking at, but it's also hard to say that it is not what I expect. You understand? Because the thing is, you cannot control it because from the onset, to a certain point, everything changed. And that I would say I'll leave it to generational change. You don't expect that what one has done 10 years back should be the same thing we're doing now. I mean, it's not normal because the lifestyle will change. But the good thing is that over the years, we've all witnessed old things coming in a different way. Like when people say they want to wear trousers skinny, when Patapa went to wear his suit and people are laughing. And they've forgotten that in America, people wear baggy suits.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's done nothing wrong. That's just change of fashion. So I will call him an eye-opener, showing Ghanaians that we can't all be one way. Be yourself. So we need to have different things coming together. You understand? So of course you don't want to eat the same fufu every day with palm nut soup. So I wouldn't say new and old. I wouldn't say that the new is bad or is that, but I would rather say that it has to change. So I expect a change. I always expect a change.
I see. Kinex though, now let me find out from you about when you guys were putting songs together and getting it out there for people to have a feel of it. Unlike now, you need to put a bit of stunts to your music to make it a hit. Sometimes you have to create a lot of controversies and everything around it. At your time, how easy was it for you to penetrate anytime you want to release a song? Do you have to make certain people believe that something is happening to you, you've been poisoned or you've been that, or for just to put your songs out there at that time?
No, your music speaks for itself. The music carries you to wherever you go. And back then we were performers. So sometimes you go and perform, even you don't need popular songs to perform with.
Unlike what is happening today, you need a popular song to perform
back
on
then,
stages.
We've performed so much, countless, I don't even remember, I count.
Is it because they understood the music way back better than we do
back
today?
Then,
No, and
the
they
music
understood
was
the
rich.
performance.
Back then the music was rich. Everything you do was rich, from performance, delivery, everything was rich. But this time I quite say, I don't know how to call it, but I was
If you don't even know how to perform well, put a hit song and let's put you on the stage.
And you are there, you're on the big
That's
stage.
what is happening
So
right now.
this time around, this era, the people are getting on stage just because they have hit songs.
Yeah, they
not
have
because they are
popular
performers.
songs. They have popular
songs,
yeah.
not hits.
Not hits.
What's the difference between a popular song and a hit song?
To me personally, I think a hit song should stay for a time.
Okay.
When you mention it, like Tech gave you clue right now, just mentioning it on there. Is a hit song must stay for like at least 20 years. You know, if I mention, you can mention like Michael Jackson have so many hits. He doesn't release new songs. Actually, they have so many hits. You can mention them.
You are still dancing to Amachile song.
You understand what I'm saying? Those are hit songs.
Okay.
But now we have popular song. So when the song become popular within 3 months, then hey, quick, tell you soon, you find to show soon. So then the person will come, DJ track
Okay.
1, DJ DJ hold on, DJ hold on, oh track 1. You see, back then we don't do that. Back then, even if the song
Not
stops,
drop. Rap
even
they
if
go
the song goes off by mistake or by technical fault,
Sure they go on.
you still have to stand there and do your thing. You
So
see,
performance
perform-wise,
was the
it was rich.
Was the bane of the era.
Yeah.
era.
Yeah.
You use
Okay.
performance to promote your song.
Like I'll tell you that why did I become so popular when I was in SS? I didn't have a song.
We didn't have songs.
until before I rapped with
So you were
Aziza.
riding on performance and
Yeah, I was
back then,
TikTok.
back then we
You know?
were Exdo, TikTok in schools. We go to schools to show
School to school.
school to school.
And then before we go step there, everybody they wait.
Everybody did.
You know, and we didn't have no songs. We were doing our own freestyle thing.
Well,
I see.
let's go, guys. This is what I told you about. You're going to be having a lot of good memories right now on the review show because of these two gentlemen that we have here. We're going to be going way back, but that will happen right after this breather. And you are still here on JoyPrime, the only channel that gives you real entertainment. And I'm here with my brother on the review. KMJ.
yeah.
Okay, so we have the two able gentlemen in King Exdo and Take.
Still spending time with us.
Yes, they are still
It's
taking
been
us.
fun.
They are still taking us back memory lane. Okay, so gentlemen, you're welcome back from the breather. Let's look at the money-making aspect of music, especially so when you people started, when you emerged, when Philomena Pettinger was going like wildfire, when Davi Madekuku was just off the hook. How was money coming in?
Can you make a go?
I remember one time
you come before the
JQ,
jingle.
I asked JQ the same question. He said we were eating money. I don't know whether you were also eating
Oh
money.
yeah, I mean, let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
Before it was different people coming together to produce the music.
Okay.
So when the music is done, I mean, you the artist, you're just the face.
Okay.
And then there's the management, and then there's the executive producer. So what happens is that there's percentage. Now the truth is that if you want to know, is that the executive producer gets more than you, the artist.
Okay.
So if you have a contract, the executive producer may have the 60% and you have the 30%.
But that is documented, so you agree.
That's what I'm saying. No, you are talking about the money side,
Yeah, I'm talking
and I'm
about
trying to
money
break
side.
it down.
Okay.
So if you're having 100 million, meaning 60,000 is already
60 million is for the executive
60
producer.
million is already gone to the executive producer, and you get the 30.
30. And then the 10?
That's what I'm
Management?
saying, and then goes to management.
Okay.
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 Okay. So what you do is when that one comes to you, and then that's what you also use for your own crew.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That 30%.
Right. And then let truth be told, when the whole thing started, it was making a lot of favors because it was a new genre. Do you get it? It was making a lot of favors because it was a new genre. One may have supported you one way or the other to make this thing happen, so you have to give back. Okay. So radio station will call like a give back. Friends, pops, people who support the movement. It was a movement, just not you. So the whole thing was like a movement. So we supported each other. As much as you make some little money, but you support each other.
You're supporting each other, but how's the money coming in?
You're selling
Was it out?
records. You're selling records. I mean, that's a lot of records were sold. You know, I mean, if somebody want to have your music, they have to buy it.
Okay.
You can't just go on the internet and download. That was not happening. I mean, of course, there was no serious internet.
Yeah.
So you can't just go and download. You have to buy the record.
It means a lot of work was put in then.
Big time. You know, you have to have the cassette, you have to have the CD. And so that's how people will make money.
And so it is not so now. Oh, sorry, King. It is not so now. We're not selling CDs. Artists are making money out of shows. Does it mean that, and you should have a popular song.
Yeah.
Does it mean that you, the ones who have hit songs, you're not having shows?
Well, yeah, unless sometimes they just, like, they will have 20 new artists and then put one, even that one is likely that they won't put any legend on it or anybody that started way back then, you know what I mean? We're still young, look at we. Our fans are still there. You see what I'm saying? So if you want your show to look rich, at least put varieties. You see what I mean? Put varieties, put people that can bring memories, you know, so that the show becomes so correct. And anytime, compare it, anytime the young ones mount stage and anytime you add any legend to it, it brings a bit flavor into the thing.
There's freshness in that.
Freshness.
We've seen that a couple of times.
And it will teach those young ones that, guy way, I don't know, turn way, oh, me nim da, me who need da. Oh, then he start loving the person. You see, when Michael Jackson's and the Barry Whites and those people were picking up Snoop and them, we were young. Some of us, we didn't know what they did from beginning when they were like we. But as we're growing up, we started enjoying them, and still, they are playing tours all around. You get what I'm saying? They are playing tours. Snoop is playing tours. Cypress is playing tour. Public Enemy is playing tour. Most of them are playing tours. You know, but we're living in a country where the show is being driven on new artists.
But you give Charters credit for that. Over the years, as much as the Ghana Music Awards is concerned, they've tried to put old folks on it. Even just the ended one. They put people on it who are from way back.
I will say
I've been on that stage.
You've been on that stage, a couple of others.
And I saw Tic Tac's one on that stage. He mashed it up.
So it means we're doing something. Or you think we're not doing enough?
And look at the Three Music Awards. When I climbed on the stage, I did my normal thing, but everybody was like, wow.
So it means we're doing something. Oh?
Yeah, because we've talked about it's good. I'm saying that it's good. But not all the shows that does that. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I say some shows will bring people like we to just come and make the thing look classy.
Okay, so let me just put it this way. Those who know what they are doing.
Yeah, those who know what
those are the ones who are putting you on.
Yeah, okay. When you know what you're doing, you know, when you know you are doing you are doing musical show.
Okay.
You are not just doing money-driven events, you know. Like when you want to have a show that people will talk about, like wow, you know, they watch the show and they can relate it to different times. That's when you know you're having a show.
Does this really affect you and the fact that you want to still be relevant? Does it sometimes surprise you in some way when you think about it? That even when I put records out there, I'm not going to be getting the performances. They're not going to call me. Does it sometimes surprise your intention
way
to
back,
just
some time ago, I was thinking that it was having an effect on me. But I realized that, no, I shouldn't. I don't need a promoter to come and just put me on a show before I get paid. I'm an artist. I have my management. I will create my shows. You see? So recently, I'm trying to come out with a bar-to-bar tour.
Okay.
Which I'm going to play in most of the bars in Ghana, right? Just to refresh people, because at the bar...
It's called bar-to-bar tour.
Yeah, bar-to-bar tour.
Okay.
You see, it is going to refresh memories, like people get to know. And bars, you don't pay to get in. So all kind of class is there. But when you have to play at conference center and all those things, it's with a certain class that comes there. But at the bar, you can meet even a church person, you can meet even a pastor there, you can meet a lawyer, you can meet everybody at the bar.
Okay, and I would say, I would
you understand what I mean? So I don't need to really wait.
So now you're taking it to them?
Yes.
No, you're waiting for them promoters to come and call you, so you give it to them.
Yes, yeah, and I would say that for me, I've never, you know, relied on
promoters or events.
Yeah, I have never done that because I mean, for me, I have my businesses, you know.
Okay.
I tell people, if you don't want to play my music, I'll eat, because I have people I've employed and I'm paying already, and they are making me money too. So it's not just the music that I look up to. But just that the music is me, it's tick. When you say tick, it's
See,
the music.
when you have the passion for music, it's
You know?
different.
So
But
yeah.
when you
you
have
have
passion for
passion
something and you're not getting the right attention
You know,
from the right people.
no, but who told you
sometimes-
always get the right attention?
You don't need it.
You don't always get the right attention. Like for example, you always have to be ready that there will be new things coming up. Like you came up, but you have to work hard.
Okay.
Look, Kodwentry knew we were coming. He's still not Kodwentry, he's still Kodwentry.
Okay.
But we came in, right? Amachilede is there. We came in. You understand? He's still Amachilede.
You know, when we are coming to, we learn something from them because we grew up in a certain way that we should respect our elders and acknowledge what they did.
Are you being
So that is
respected
what.
by this new era of musicians?
Oh yeah, some of them respect us. Some
Yeah,
of them
yeah,
too
yeah,
don't. So,
Some of them don't.
But I mean, we don't really care.
I don't really care.
Even some of them look older than me. You get what I'm saying?
But they don't have your experience.
They haven't got my
But if
experience. So when they try to pick up on me, I'll be like, "Hey, how do you eat popcorn? I say popcorn. You see, popcorn would just pop
They will
like
just be popping.
pop paper. When you put it in your mouth, it start melting.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I realized that I don't need to follow them, but rather get my focus on. You get what I mean?
See, let's not try to compare.
No, we are not comparing.
Because if you do that, you'll be creating so many enemies. The thing is that is not relevant. The thing is you need new crop of artists to bring new vibe. To mix it up, right? Let me say this because people are listening and Ghana. It takes small. The people say, "Let's go and TikTok when they are diminishing the new." No, it's never like that, guys, man. Read my lips. It is not like that. The thing is, we love everybody that comes out. I mean, you can see a fantastic collaboration with Kitty.
Yeah.
Awesome music by.
And I was
all
asking you
standards.
why Kitty, and you were telling me that
Exactly.
because you believe that he's so good.
Exactly. So nobody's saying anything, but all we are saying is you're talking about a certain era, right? That sprang up, and you are trying to ask, how is it going, right? Basically.
See, back to the question you asked, we learned so many things from them, right? That is why we put. We started with rap. Okay, rap music came out, but we put it in a different dimensions. We had on our live songs, we take old songs, we put our rap in it, which I did with Pabubu.
Yeah.
That was the first collaboration, bringing the old to new.
Okay.
You understand what I mean? We did that. Did most of the old tunes, trying to bring it back most of our time. So we kept the high life there with our rap, which now people are doing most. Now you get people singing high life, then they put rap in it.
Yeah.
You see, all these things was done just to make sure that the music industry
preserve the
we will
music.
preserve it, so everybody will have its own flavor.
Now let's look at your current works.
Right.
Pinimami.
A jeep,
What's that?
fire,
Oh, what's that? What language is
a
that?
jeep.
What language?
That's,
my own
that's
It's
for
your
the-
own language. Oh, it's a tick language. It's a tick tongue.
It's my vibe.
I like it.
I didn't vibe.
Is that for the song in particular? Or
No, it's
for-
my new vibe.
Oh, just like Kwame
we
Eugene
know we
says
always.
rockstar.
Oh no, like Samini would say Achisa.
Chisa, okay.
Yeah, that's what Kwame Eugene also says.
Yeah,
rockstar.
rockstar. Okay.
And then Kenny says
Mine
something
is.
too.
No, let's talk about Pinimami.
King.
Yeah.
Is an album in progress, or are you?
Yeah,
doing
Mama
all the
Grace.
songs?
Mama Grace album.
Mama Grace. Why
Yeah.
Mama Grace?
My mother. It's called Mama Grace.
Okay, so the album is dedicated to your mom?
Dedicated to my beautiful mother.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like the adjective.
I'm wondering
It's
how she
necessary.
feel now.
Yeah, I'm sure she's bubbling.
How was that feeling when you're starting music?
That is why I have to dedicate this album to her.
Good. That's what I want to know.
Because my mother always gave me the opportunity. All she said to me was, "Hey, don't go wayward."
Okay.
And the wayward she meant was, don't get yourself into drugs, don't get yourself into things that society will see you as not part of. So, and I made sure I kept my head on. I made sure that I was that type. So at the point, people were saying Tick was on drugs and all that, and I was wondering where it was coming from, because before I was slim, not even slim, I was skinny, And when you imagine when you are skinny and you get malaria and you recover, bellow,
You're lucky.
I'm telling you, and people will say, "Hey, she said in a junkie number," and it was all, and I'll look at it and I'm like, wow,
How did Mama Grace take all these comments?
difficult. you can imagine what she was going through, what I was going through, what the whole family, my management and everything was going through.
It never made her, resent her decision of stop the music?
No, she has never. Look, there are times that people would tell, of course, music, there are times that are difficult, especially when you've not had a hit and people expect that you should get to your standards before they know that you are who you are, which is not really necessary. But that's what people expect all the time, right?
You have to be driving Range Rovers.
When that moment comes, I'm telling you, when that moment comes, then it's like, it's difficult. But she is a believer. Okay. She believes in me. If you don't have anybody believing in me, of course, my mom and my dad will believe in me. So that's the thing.
And that means a lot to you.
So
because
of
we've
course,
had a lot of musicians who, before they started, their parents was against them doing.
No, we had a meeting.
You had a meeting?
Yeah, we had a meeting like
before.
Yeah, we had a meeting.
How old were you when you had your when Philomena came out? How old were you?
18.
You were 18.
SS.
You were still in SS.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So the meeting.
We had a meeting, and that was just when I was leaving school, SS, and we're like, okay, what do you want to do? That kind of thing, and I'm like, I already hit for school, so I just want to continue, and then after I'll still continue my education, So she said, okay, because you're already there. You just need, that little thing, and then you are who you are. So that alone was something to me. And I had that meeting with my mom and dad. Not my mom and dad, my siblings as well.
The whole family.
The whole family.
Wow. That was very supportive.
I'm telling you.
It's the most important thing. If you're doing something and your family does not support it, you don't expect people out there to even support you in the first place.
Exactly.
I've seen people who they don't have fans out there, but their family alone keeps them going, and they've been who they want to be since then.
So it will be difficult for somebody like me to give up on myself.
Yeah, exactly.
And I am not the type that me boom me huabofia, never. Because somebody is at home today, watching us like today, and hoping to become like me. And people have done that for some years and have become like me. Yeah. So why would I be the person that people are looking at and start to think that I'm nobody? That's not going to happen till I die. You know? So let me come back to Penemame. Yes. I thought Kitty was a fantastic singer, and I thought he's an awesome artist. Because he did the production, of the beat. He did the production, and Richie mixed it. Okay. So I think that song is a gift.
The song is a gift. Back-to-back concert, or how do you call it?
Bar to bar.
That's your next project. Are you working on any music as well?
Yeah. I'm preparing for the album.
Okay.
The album is going to be dropping soon. I'm stopping.
How soon?
Yeah, Ghana, you can't give dates because it becomes.
But we were talking about this year or next year.
Probably this year.
Latter part of last year, you had one with Kumigata.
Yeah, that was Anka.
Anka.
Yeah, because I needed to do something to keep the fans up there. So I needed somebody who can sing the high life song so that I can put my rap in there.
And back to basics.
Yeah, you see, because that's the only way. You know what I mean? So you have two things coming, not two rappers on the same song. Okay. You see, I don't really like that too much, but sometimes I do that. But because if I have to feature, I have to make sure I'm featuring for good. And it should be something that it will have two ways out there. So I put Kumi guitar on it, and it was very, very fantastic.
From your point of view, did the people accept it like you're looking at them accepting it?
Yeah. Why not? They accept it, but as you know, it takes time for songs, some particulars, the type of songs we do. It doesn't just get to the people quick like that, the way we want. Because Ghana, when it's a type of class. So a certain class might like your song, and some class might say it like, we are near your class. But that very song is for everybody.
It's for everybody.
From people who love rap, people who love high life. So it's for the old and new.
The very last one for you before we move on to other things. Now, Tech has done something with Kitty, which is a banger. It's doing very well.
It's number one.
It's number one.
Well, it's true.
It's number one. It's not like it's doing well. It's number one.
It's number one. Yeah.
See, before I got your question,
I want to know who you are thinking of doing something. The new folks that you're thinking of doing something with.
Well, for the new folks that I'm thinking, I'm about to go to the studio with Kevin Boy.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's an exclusive. You're just about working with Kevin Boy. You have something that
who's doing Danny Beat is working on it.
Great stuff.
So
great stuff.
I'm in the studio very soon with Danny Boy.
But you're about to release another one.
That is called Mean Shrew, but that one features a legend. who is Ochiame Kwame.
Kwame. Hold on, let me activate my phone lines.
Let's
and then
get interactive. Let's get interactive.
We'll come back to it. So the phone lines are being activated 0302 2116 9898 or 99. 2116 98 2116 99. That is 0302 2116 98 0302 2116 99.
Don't forget we have Tech in the studio. We have King Extol in the studio as well. And now, if you're thinking about what we're calling Tac is now Tech. All right. So those of you who don't know about it, when you call in, his Brad Tech.
The young legend.
The
young legend.
And
Exo
is the King Exo.
Yeah, so we have Brad Tech and King Exo in the studio. Give us a call, let us know what you think.
The two of you here, as the two of you started something, or you paved way for something. You were the first to break into the Nigerian market. You were the first to have a beef. Thing. No, it's true.
Yeah.
Big beef. Exo Chicago.
Big beef.
Wasn't planned.
No. You can't plan.
Wait, was it real? Was it real? Do you know how people plan to fight?
Recent times it's possible. They just plan to fight. Just to push a course. So
Excuse my
maybe
language,
you
but
can't
Plan to fight. People are planning to fight.
Well, was it real? Were you having?
It was real. It was a little bit understanding between.
Hold
Okay,
on,
we have
I think we have a caller from Tamale. Hello.
Wow, Tamale.
Yeah.
Tamale in the building. Talk to us, bro. Your name?
What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Jim from Tamale.
Okay, now go on. What do you want to say?
Augustic.
A jeep.
Augustic. Oh, Charlie, it's good to see you guys coming back in the industry. We need the whole flavor and all that stuff. Sometimes the new guys take us for a ride. But it's good to see you guys. But fuck one day.
Jeep.
Oh, Charlie.
Okay. So would
All right, thanks for the call, bro.
Well, you can.
Exo.
What?
Happy, you are inside.
Yeah, I did.
Hafiz, right?
Hafiz all the way from Kumasi. How are you doing?
Papoose. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Can you lower the volume on your TV set, please? Just a little bit so it doesn't give the feedback.
I'm good.
Okay, if you're good, talk to us.
What do you want to say?
Yes, I'm enjoying the two of them on the field right now, but I was sad when Ezra said he doesn't like to have collaborated two rappers. I was thinking they are legends in the
You
could have made collaboration that I think Ezra, Chicago.
Bossman. Hafiz, what he said was that.
Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Let's clarify.
Can you hear me? Yeah, what he said was the fact that. What he said was the fact that he prefers to do a song with maybe a high life singer, so he does the rap, and not necessarily doing it with two rappers. It's not like it's a bad thing. He mentioned that it's not like it's a bad thing because he does it quite often.
Yeah.
But he prefers that he has somebody who will bring a different blend so that he also put his rap on. So he didn't say entirely that he doesn't want to do rap with rap people.
Boss, I get you hear that.
Okay, let's go to La Paz and talk to Frank. Frank, how are you doing?
Frankie?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Frank,
Talk to us.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Good. Let's go. What do you want to say, Frank?
Keep it up.
Come again?
You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, Frank.
Brad Tick.
A jeep.
Brad Tick.
A jeep.
I branded his name. I've been looking out towards this man since I was a kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome feeling.
That's my inspiration.
Okay. The next person can get on and let's keep talking.
When
so we
somebody
have
say you've been his
Tech.
inspiration.
Well, I think we have Adolf from Kofodra. Adolf.
It's deep.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Adolf, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Well, we're great here. We have Bratic and King Exdo here. I don't know what you want to say to them, or I don't know what you want to say about the show.
Yeah, I want to congratulate them both for doing or giving us good music. Because we listen to them right from VHS through SHS and I think they let us better too. The only advice I want to give them is that in modern times, the social media is working.
Okay.
Now we have WhatsApp, Facebook, and stuff. So it's like when the music comes with a video, as big as possible, it comes with selling.
Okay.
So I'm suggesting they try and come up with their videos concerning the early music they've done. So immediately they start promoting, people can share the videos online and stuff so that you take them back.
Okay. All right. Many thanks for the call. We appreciate it. Call in some other time. This person,
calling from Adenta, Eddie from
Adenta. Eddie, what's up?
Adi, boss, how you guys doing?
We're good. Thanks for coming on the show. What do you think about what we're doing right now?
I just want to congratulate TikTok and EXO for playing a very major role in publicizing Ghana music, because they played a tremendous role. You know, these people said ways for these new cats to come into the game, and I really appreciate their good work done.
Okay. Eddie, many thanks for calling in. Okay.
And then quick one. The other guy wearing a tie, it would be appropriate if you wear a tie with a jacket to wear socks. See how uniquely you wear your shirt without a tie?
We should do.
Without a socks.
He said you should wear socks.
Thank you, but with this. Thank you very much.
It's so fashionable,
Thank you very
Eddie.
much.
Eddie, you gotta be careful, my brother. That's so fashionable.
KK, how are you
Get
doing?
it easy.
KK, how are you doing? Hello, KK.
Hey,
KK, are you there?
I'm good.
All right, we're also fine over here. Talk to us. Don't comment about our socks.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I hope you are also going to comment about the socks. But go on, KK.
Yes, I'm just that TikTok and EXO has seen somebody like bringing like 5 rappers together, new generation rappers, making a track. Are we expecting something from them? Those old timers, key plays, those kind of making a collabo together.
Well, let them answer it. Are you ever going to? Well,
I have done a song with Sarko.
You've done a song
on
with
my
Sarko?
10-day album. You can always, you see, like, collaboration is not like you're sitting down thinking about collaboration. No. It doesn't work like that. For the fan, that's what they think.
Let's do this and then we'll respond to that. Emmanuel is in Kaswa. Emmanuel, good morning. Oh, boy.
We
lost him.
Sorry about it. We lost our last caller.
Sorry about it.
We can't pick any more calls. Bruv, we want to thank you so very much.
Yeah.
But before you go, I just want you to give your last words to your lovely fans out there. You heard it. You've inspired a lot of people. So please go.
Yeah,
first.
I just want to say that big up to everybody. Somebody was talking about social media, and I've always been on social media. I'm active on social media. My handle is Take Music GH.
Okay.
On Instagram and on Facebook. And then on
Twitter.
On Twitter and Instagram.
Okay.
And on Facebook it's Tech Fan.
Okay.
So Tech Music GH on Twitter
and
and Instagram, and on Facebook it's Tech Fan. And then let me just quickly say the collaboration thing. It's not like you're sitting there thinking about collaboration, but you're doing a song or you're thinking about a song and you're thinking, who can I bring to add that extra flavor? Exactly. That's how we musicians. That's how I see collaborations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
So Penemame is out.
Yeah,
Penemame. A jeep.
That is number one on the chat.
Yeah.
Like
A jeep.
Before they skin.
That is what it gets to me.
Bonkuto. Apina wuti. Mayetin talk.
Exdo, your own bet.
Well, I would say thank you very much for having us.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. And then thank you, fans. I thank all my fans for keeping me up still. Make sure that anything I do out there, they support it. You can get me on Instagram, Real XDo, on Twitter, Original XDo, and then on Facebook is Richard Sian, into bracket XDo.
Richard Sian, into bracket XDo.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so very much for answering to our late call. We thank you so very much, and also the experience you've shared here.
All right, so next month, as in May, we have Mother's Day coming up. You did something with a bra for on Mami. Do a bit of rap for mothers before you take leave.
And Mami, TikTok cobra for. Samihania waya mania. Osaye na no nyami sira no na no nyami sira ro mami. Samihania waya mania. Osaye na no nyami sira o na no nyami sira o. Don't be too much.
Hey, well,
Awesome.
I love it. On that note, let's go to the Black Star Square to see how the celebration of the VGMAs happened. When we come back, we'll have our panel and we will still be doing some talking.
Stay with us.
Well, still here on the review. You're welcome back, and this is where we are shifting focus from the Y2K era into our era. Okay.
Yeah, talking about events that happened over the weekend. Yes, in case you didn't go any of them, don't forget that, as always, we'll be here to bring you all the details of it. So over the weekend, there were a couple of events in town. Yes, we had the celebration jams at the Independence Square, where Chatters put that together for the VGMs. And then also we had another event that we're going to be talking about later
Let's focus on the VGMs.
So let's look at the VGMs and see what happened.
And let's welcome the two very gentlemen who are going to be helping us. One is a lawyer and a doctor, artist manager, and one
self-confessed lawyer.
But you think when you miss chemicals, then you become a doctor?
Oh, me, I don't know.
Like just cutting
Self-acclaimed.
palm wine and what? And then put garlic and ginger inside and you put
that
some
is what?
So now Doc has
then
been
you
able
become
to defend his doctor.
That you become a doctor. Please,
Well,
let's do our thing.
those are the two gentlemen, Kwesi Ernest and the rebranded man, Coca.
You know, something happened, funny happened. You know, when we were doing the SP concert, then we went to pay Keskiol on the former president, Rollins, and then when they introduced it, they said, "My name is Dr. Kwesi Ernest." He said, "Which hospital?"
You found what? Oh, you should have given me a hospital. Media Excel Hospital. Gentlemen, you're welcome on the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so first off, let's take a look at this. The celebration concert, was it deemed fit in the first place? Kuka, you take it. Go.
For me, I thought it was more like a welcome show to even patch up with where things went bad. You know, I have an artist. I'm with Highly Spiritual, so giving Kill Songs the opportunity to prove that he is not a side artist was great. And then the heat from Patapizi camp that proved that he's an artist. And then also the challenge that Fancy got them true, that Patapizi was a joker and he took the joke serious and gave a competition out of it, and you saw what he did there. So I thought it was good to kill the rough and then merge the friendship among the artists, so that those who won and those who perform on the stage on the day of the VGMA and those who didn't get opportunity to perform coming together to do the show like this. And for the masses who felt most of their votes or most of the people they wanted to win didn't happen, merging and making this show for me was a celebration of winners, losers, and the public. For me, it was a good show.
Doc, now your opinion. You think that we probably could have sat down, you know, look at it, go back to the table again and decide that, okay, so a lot of people were nominated. Now, these people had the opportunity to perform on the night. There were others who didn't have the opportunity and they were nominees. Can we bring them to do this celebration concert? So we take it from there, moving forward.
If we are going by that mathematics, then of course the selection process wasn't fair to some. If we are going by the assertion that some people got opportunity to perform on the night, and others didn't get the opportunity. So then those who didn't get the opportunity, let's give them the chance
This time around.
This time
if
around.
not all of them.
If we are going by that mathematics, then of course, then the selection process wasn't fair. Because I wanted to see the likes of Patience Nyakon, who has got a banger. I wanted to see Gift Osei. I wanted to see and several other artists who. But if you look at the mathematics, the parents, the majority of those who get opportunity to perform at the nominees jam and the main awards night, same people.
Well, on the 98% of them.
Should that have been the case?
Exactly.
Should that have been the case?
It shouldn't have.
It shouldn't have. If we are going by that mathematics, then it shouldn't have been at all.
So you think Charterhouse were not fair with us?
I wouldn't. I don't. That's what I'm saying. The selection process.
It's a 50-50.
It's not
a 50-50 issue.
Charterhouse put up the event, but some people constitute the committee and selected the team. So
they
I
still
wouldn't
represent Charterhouse.
I wouldn't even
as
bring.
the event
Yeah, but
organizers.
of course, here I will look at this. That's why I said the selection process.
Okay.
Because who selected the artists in the first place? We need
And
to
also
look
what
at
goes into the selection.
Exactly. And then also, secondly, sometimes because it's an outdoor event. And in an outdoor event, you require a certain number of artists who have got huge following
to bring the
numbers.
Yeah.
I'm sure that the selection process team didn't have any option than going this way to allow the SAC nations, to allow the BIM nations, to
but
allow
you see, when you
the
go that
Dansuma
side
nations.
too, I'll disagree.
Then
I'll disagree on that line.
Exactly.
We know when you talk about an outdoor game, Shatter can drive numbers. But
Kweku, you were there, right?
Yes.
I don't mean to catch you. You were there.
Yes.
Were you impressed by the turnout?
No.
Good. Go on.
No.
Go on.
No. But I also, being part of seeing how what went on to get my artists on, I realized
you have to try and push your artist by the side.
No. Because that is the process.
Where you stand now yourself.
That is the process.
So now we're looking at the fact that
I'm trying because
on the stage. So
who are you now?
It's what you hold on.
I wanted to know who he is now.
No, because
now the jury have sat and we want to know who you are now.
I'm a pandit.
Okay,
but I need to put whatever I experienced to bear.
Okay.
That would be the yardstick.
Okay, good.
I realized a lot of people had price, and then they quoted a price, and if the organizers cannot meet it, you should understand. Yes, because it's a business. Somebody gave a quotation. If I can't meet the quotation, it also becomes an issue, and then also availability and other things. Other people had other shows, so all these things came to play. There were other people. I think from the word go, they had made them aware that you are going to be on the bill, and it has been sealed. So looking at other places, things didn't go well. But my disappointment was Shatter not being on the stage. I was expecting Shatter on stage. I was expecting Patience Nyakun on stage, and then I was expecting the show to have started earlier so that the gospel trails would have been given enough time to play.
But that's why I had my problem, because if you look at the category, the various artists who got nomination even for the gospel aspect, and you have the whole night of about 7 hour to 10 hour event, and you have just one gospel artist performing. For me, it looked below standards to me.
And the duration the performance last.
The performance duration itself, the lady didn't last. She did about 4 songs, which
Rush Up.
Yeah, Rush Up 4 songs in about 25 minutes.
Didn't they have minutes?
That's what I'm saying.
And it's a worry, it's a concern from where some of us comes from. I mean, in terms of and it's important for some of us to also speak in that direction. That kind of system is like is heckling the gospel artists.
Pushes you guys back.
Yeah, it's pushing them back from showcasing their brands, showcasing their talent, and making them. We need to, the way we are developing conscious effort of bringing dance hall artists and all the artists, we must adopt the same strategy and the same style in pushing the gospel brands. Because if not, it will then look like the gospel is always a second
playing a second fiddle
to other genres of music. And for me, it's not comfortable at all from where I sit. It's been happening over the years. In fact, in previous years, even the main VGMA billboards, you hardly see gospel artists being displayed on. And then we came back, we spoke about it, we had issues at the meetings and all that kind of thing. And then they started showcasing.
But Kwesi, on that side, I've heard some gospel artists say that if they don't get the direction from God, it's not every show they are on.
But this is
which direction are they talking about?
That you don't need permission from God to be part
But
of.
No,
like you said, I've also encountered a few who say they will even only perform at secular events if they've been given the direction from God. It's true.
You see,
I've heard a few.
When I hear
so then it limits the organizers too, and you should know that.
But is that the case?
When I hear when I hear some of this malaria talk,
You've never heard it before.
It gets me very confused.
Have you never heard it from that?
Because you see, an artist,
they have been saying it.
Artistry is a trademark. It's a trade. It's a trade, and you have to look at yourself in that position. See, before then you can quickly put and say that I want. Then if you are looking at that position, then remain in your church. Don't even release commercial song at all.
Even
Now remain in your church.
Even
So your
yesterday,
pastor
somebody
comes,
made
you do
that
like this, allow this thing, and then you are done.
Brimpone's manager made that call that there are times they're going for a show. The artist said, "I've not heard
Listen
the
to
calling."
what-
Including the VGMAs.
Look at
So
what
somebody
we're
called
discussing.
Is there no exception to the
Yeah,
rule
so somebody
in
called into the
regards to
show to
this?
tell them that. So then why do you go and receive the award? You should return the award because then you're not.
The headline for the event was a celebration jam. We are not doing disco. It wasn't disco. It wasn't a place where people were going to open their booths.
There was a purpose. Which
There was
the
a purpose. And you are an artist, part of the industry. You are an
from what
artist,
you're saying,
gospel artist in an industry, and you don't have an excuse to say this place is religious, spiritual, or whatever.
Hold on, Kwesi, hold on.
That is the
From what you're saying, hold on, wait.
Yes.
It does. So what you're saying then exonerate Nasi from boxing himself to a musician to a musician. Is that what you're saying, or is that what you're implying?
You shouldn't call yourself a gospel musician. You should call yourself a musician. You are a performer.
Like you have the musiciandom. Go on. Go on. So it now vindicates and exonerates Nasi.
Yes,
what you're saying.
Yes, that you should call yourself a musician. Then perform.
See, I don't also begrudge too much those people who try to do that selected performance aspect. It's by choice.
Okay.
Life is by choice. But I'm saying that if you really want to be part of an industry, that we are all trying to build it up, the market, the opportunity, the mileage, and everything we keep talking about, then of course you need to avail yourself for such. Because this is what the cameras, I mean, can you imagine? Can you pay for 1 hour performance live on you alone?
No.
But you are having that opportunity free. You spend money to go and shoot a music video, go to TV station and pay money for them to play your music video, which is under 5 minutes. And then you have an event which is giving you 1 hour, 20 minutes of a free airtime. Stand there with millions of 40 million to 20 million people watching you worldwide. And everything, and then you come and say that what you are spiritual. If you are spiritual, then go to Father Abraham's house. Simple as man. Simple as such. Go to Father Abraham's house.
You're an artist manager. All your artists are gospel musicians. Have you ever had your artist say this, or should your artist say this? What would you do?
See, none of my artists can even come to me and say that.
Should they say that?
Should they say that? I will tell them in one word that look. The only thing you need as a gospel artist when you are given such a platform is that you pray to Almighty God, that God, by my voice being transformed to let souls be healed from this place.
Exactly.
Because the ministry, the purpose of every artist is to what? To evangelize. So when you have a crowd of this nature, nobody knows by the time of your ministration, somebody can be saved from that crowd, and it's important.
Define your administration.
Hold on with your definition. Please, the phone lines are being activated. 0302-2116-98, 0302-2116-99. Don't define your administration. Hold on for my next question. Was Highly Spiritual paid for Kelsong's performance?
Yes.
He was paid?
Yes.
Okay, so then it is not come and let's abridge the issue celebration they did. Because I was looking at Patapa's performance earlier on the main event, we had a lot of issues coming out that they said he should come and perform for free. So I just wanted to be sure. So once Kelsong was paid,
yes, you said
there's
something
a possibility
that it's about numbers game, and the numbers there were not good.
The numbers there were
currently who is pushing the numbers?
Patapa is.
So why deny him that platform?
But he was denied the platform at the main event.
But
you don't make mistake twice.
Okay. There's this thing, and I want to say to Patapa's management.
Okay.
There's a revolution, a movement that the young man started with, and I am not seeing the movement now. Okay. And that is the movement that brought the young man up. Okay. You see the whole thing. The one corner came with the movement.
Part to part.
The part to part, the dancers, the way they come on stage with him, they choreograph it and all that. That is what sparked the controversy for the young man. So I'm thinking that as a brand, that aspect of his performance, that choreography should still be part of that young man choreography. Allowing him alone to come on.
Let's get the phone lines. Hold on. Let me just reannounce my phone lines. Those are the digits on the TV screen.
Disagree with me. You don't try at all. I will face you good for good.
Dog, let's finish
those are the digits you're supposed to call if you want to be part of the discussion. 0302-211698, 0302-211699. Okay, now go on with your disagreement.
You see,
go on with your disagreement.
My issue is the boy is struggling in some revolution because he feels he was denied because of how the impact of One Corner was.
Every revolution is a struggle.
And what went on. That at times, even at events, people don't want the song to be played. So now he's gradually trying to position himself as a lit person.
Rebranding.
So now he has gone through the two-phase. He has the opportunity to know which one is a real patapizi that he wants to push. Because that's the structure. That is what he was doing. Because he was trying to feel
thank you
the
very
whole
much
stage.
for agreeing with me on this area and not being able to defend your disagreements. Now let me mess you up more. Since you are see, the thing is that the young man came with something.
Yes. Okay.
What was it? What attracted industry people to be fighting on radio and all that? It was the movement that came with it.
Hold on.
And so why do you disassociate the movement from the main?
Let's pick this person.
Braz, how are you doing? You're calling all the way from Spintex. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Now, what would you want to say about what we have?
I would like to talk about the gospel artists here. I
Go on.
really don't understand the reasons why they don't bring them on stage. You get like on those platforms. Like it really hurts me most times because some of us, we don't really want to see the secular artists. I'm just going to be truthful over here. Sometimes you are wishing that maybe Joyce Blessing or what's the other lady's name?
Which other lady? Gift Yourself? Or
Gift Yourself or
Gift Yourself?
Patience.
Yes.
We would love to see all these people on the VGMAs and that because we'll be looking forward to that, but then we don't see them.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
That is, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I get a definition from what
Prince also from our Prince. Hello, Prince.
Hello?
Yes, Prince, you are on the review show. How are you doing?
Yeah. Fine.
Good. What do you want to say?
I want to say something about Patapa.
Go on.
We have to give the young artists the chance to perform. You understand? Yeah. I'm artist per se, and whenever I get a program to go, Charlie, the way they will be talking to us, hey, you stand here, it's not fair. Because if you say Sakode, how many songs that Sakode will play on radio? We cannot listen to Sakode's songs only, or Stonewall songs only.
Okay.
So you need to give a way to the young guys to perform.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
I like Patapa in every way.
Okay, so Prince is talking about equal share. All right. Yeah. Michelle is in Dansuman. Michelle, what's up?
Yeah. I want to teach you something.
All right, we're listening.
I was asking that the VGM, is it for Ghana or is it like particularly for somebody, like for some organization?
It's for
Ghana. Vodafone Ghana Music Awards.
That whenever they do that thing, it's like one way thing. They do it at a conference and they charge like 100 people. But I'm like, if the thing is for Ghana, why don't they like find a way and then do it at a stadium or something, like say something less? Like I don't know. Do that go away.
Well, it's somebody's
business.
It's someone's business.
Let's get to Kumasi, right?
Yes. Hello?
Hello.
Collins, how are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
Good. We're great here. What would you want to say to what we are doing here?
My dear, I love your show.
Thank you very much.
But we need to understand certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as an organization moving the agenda of music in the country, we need to understand that every channel is given equal attention and equal importance, such that one may not enslave the other. You see, in as much as we are projecting the secular music, we also have to project what we represent as a religious nation. And in any of these two, we merge the two to become a very good ingredient. But if you want to listen to what we are saying on other platforms, we know that those our brothers musicians on the secular industry are charging even more than the gospel musicians for their shows. Most of them are charging higher for their shows than our gospel musicians.
Okay.
Yet when we go there, the disparity and all those stuff where they are given a few chances and stuff. Because look at the whole, even the music award event itself. How many gospel musicians showed up and how many secular performed on the day?
One.
It's all evidence that there's some kind of sabotage. I would just want to describe it.
Okay.
So
Many thanks.
I feel that we give them equal importance and significance to our nation building.
Okay.
All right, many thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Samuel is in Kaswa. Samuel, what's up? How are you doing?
How are you doing too?
We're blessed. My brother, talk to us.
Okay, I just want to talk about the gospel artists.
Okay.
I have a question for them.
Go on.
Why do they play gospel music, and what are they playing gospel music for? They are doing it to evangelize to people, okay? So if you are being called for a show and you tell whoever called you that you want to wait for God's calling, I don't really understand what they are saying. You need to go to the show and then play the music and choose that music. Somebody will receive a calling or change from something. So they should just stop that excuse and then come and perform. Let the gospel music grow bigger. Thank you very much.
Let's go to Kwando and talk to Michael. Michael, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, good. What would you want to say?
I wanted to talk about Patapa and then Fancy Gadam.
Go on. Okay.
Yeah. It's all about Fancy Gadam. If you actually listen to Fancy Gadam, he was trying to talk about the collaboration between he himself and then Sarkodie.
Yeah.
So he wanted to take the best collabo for the year. But then Patapa, I don't know why Charterhouse decided to give the best, how do we call it?
Popular song of the year?
Yes, to
Fancy
Gadam.
Gadam.
I didn't really get that.
Okay.
I think Charterhouse could have done a better job.
Okay, many thanks, my brother.
Looking at things, you see, it's not all the media houses that Charterhouse is actually having information about as to how they play these Patapa songs. Patapa songs is almost everywhere. And I know that Charterhouse could do a better job.
Okay. Okay, many
Thank you
thanks.
very
Let's
much.
pick the next person. DJ Stanley is in Doma. Bro?
Yeah, bro.
How are you doing?
Yeah, cool, bro.
Good. Go on.
My greetings to all your family members and you too.
All right.
What's up to you guys? I'm talking about Patapa issue.
Go on.
Yeah, I really love Fancy Gadam so much, and I also love Patapa so much because I've been to his country before. I really love him so much. In fact, Charterhouse was organization I respect so much in Ghana here. But it seems that this year they do it like this, they collect something before they awarded some few musicians in Ghana here. Because let me talk about King Promise. King Promise was a very good artist in Ghana here. And Patapa was also very good. When we are explaining the most popular song Padamasa, Patapa is the best. Patapa is more than even Sarkodie and Chatawale.
Hey, boss.
Yes, that's what I'm going to say, because Patapa song travel a lot. Patapa songs travel a lot.
Okay.
So Patapa qualifies to be the most popular song of the year.
Okay. Okay, many thanks. That's your opinion. We respect it. Yes. Joe is inside of that, Joe. Okay. Hello, Joe.
Yeah, hello.
Good.
Hello. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Joe, what would you have to say to us?
Yeah, boss, I have something to say about Kim Promise and Kitty.
Okay.
I don't know the reason why they gave the award to Kitty. Because Kim Promise was on point, seriously. Because I don't know one thing about Ghanaians. I've noticed one thing about Ghana. Anytime you do something beyond Ghana, you will not receive an award. And I don't know the reason why. Because at least you have to give Kim Promise some award to push him to, or maybe for us to realize what he's doing. Now, you people will be giving I don't know, the Charterhouse will be giving the award to.
Well, Okay. Well, let's go to New. Hello. Let's go to New JJT and talk to Ni. Ni, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Good. Ni, what would you have to say to us?
My name is Niaku Samuel Brony.
Niaku Samuel Brony.
Yeah.
Okay, you're welcome to the review here on JoyPrime. Tell us what you want to say.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome. Go on. Ni, go on.
What I want to say is that the gospel artists, they are making an excuse for their calling before they will come on stage here and that. Yes. That is an excuse.
You think it's just a mere excuse, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But the real fact is that I'm asking myself, the gospel artists of nowadays, are they God calling or gifted? Because look at the track that they are playing now.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish we could ask God that question, but that's a deep one.
Well, let's go back to Tamale.
What does he also think they are?
Let's get to Tamale.
Let's go to Tamale.
My brother, how are you doing?
I'm good, sir. I'm good.
Good to have you on the show. Talk to us, we're listening.
Okay, I have something to say about Francis Gadam.
Go ahead.
Yeah, a guy called and said Patapa was the person that he should have given.
That was his opinion. What's yours?
Yeah, what's yours?
Yeah, my opinion is like, Patapa stays at the southern sector, while Francis Gadam is on the northern sector.
Okay.
And we, the northerners, we always stand for what is for us. No matter how the song is, we always support our ruler.
Okay.
He's the king.
So it means you guys voted heavily for him, I guess.
Yeah, we voted. We come out on our numbers to vote.
To vote.
For Francis Gadam.
So the South should have also done same for Patapa.
Vote for Francis Gadam.
You are thinking the South should have done same for Patapa?
Yeah, they should have come out and vote for him.
Okay.
So they open for voting. They said his fans should come out and vote.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And we, the Northerners, we don't accept defeat. We always stand for what is for us. We don't look for anybody. Even if it was Fancy and Shatawale, Fancy would have taken the lead.
Interesting.
Wow.
All right, so
Fancy
victory is yours as always. We appreciate your thoughts on the show.
Well,
Many thanks to
so
you. You can also give us a call. Let us know what you think. Okay, I think that will be all for the calls.
Yeah, Kwesi, please don't mesmerize him.
Yeah.
Rather, I want you to give me your closing remarks.
I think that from where we have gotten to with the VGM, I think that the gospel community have really echoed a particular voice and a demand. I am believing that the demands keep changing year by year, but the changing that is coming is a bit slow. And so it's important for us to look at that particular genre and give them some amount of attention. So that it's because, like one of the callers has said, if you look at about 15 to 20 performances on the night of VGM, and you have only Joe Metal who was standing there for gospel fraternity.
Maybe he was the one working harder.
And it's not no. Who told you that he was the only one working harder? There are 1,001 musicians who are working harder in this country. A lot of performances, and KMJ, I mean, the likes of what SP Kofi upon when we went to the nominee jam. All the combined the secular and artists, nobody could stand his performance. So we know what the
last year.
Yeah, that was last year. The whole. You know what they can do. So don't let us try to push them to the wall as if that this area there even if we must have built a conscious effort to rise them up, like what we are doing for Patapa. You see what we are doing. All of us, though the young man even himself feel like he's been maligned, but we as industry people, we are even speaking for him. We are pushing him on. We are urging him. All this we are doing is what is urging him to become a better person. We must build the same conscious effort for all the various genres of music, reggae, high life music. We must develop this same attitude because what we say, what we speak, what we comment becomes a fact on the ground for it to be lifted up by the entire industry.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think I side with what Kwesi Enes is saying, that he has gotten to a point that VGMA should be expanded in terms of performances. That from the word go nomination jams. The nomination is open. There should be jams in every region, but it should have a fair representation of all the genres we play in this country. It should have a fair representation. And then the gospel people on the board is where the problem is. They need more people. The other thing to that, I think this year did not go well. You see, the medium they use in listening or appreciating the song, and then the board and the academy. If your song does not go through those medium those people listen to, it means you are out. So there is always a limitation for an artist. If you happen to be on the minority that happens to be majority in decision making, then you are gone. So the public can vote no matter what for you.
That's a 60-40.
Yes, once you don't appeal to the minority that happens to be the majority in decision making, you are out.
There's always been the system.
No, but you see, and also voting has, the times have changed. So the voting system should change. They should change it. Text messages. How many people send text messages in modern day life? How many people do you do? What was the total text messages that were sent? What was the total text message that formed the quorum for deciding who won this, who won that? All these things, if they are made public, it helps an artist to know that, okay, I am not good in positioning myself well with the VGMA board or the academy, or even the public. I think I have fan base. This is what came out. So that this will help management team, which is pushing an artist, to know how to...
We have to put Ankara in various metropolitan areas.
But they released the results. You know, the results came out.
I beg you.
Can't you work with that?
No,
Can't management sit down and work with the results?
The margins are
there. Every percentage is there, all there.
That is where sometimes I feel, I'm being insulted. That if you give me figures and you don't give me where they accrue from, that is a total vote.
Demographics.
Yeah, this is the spread. VGMA this, academy this, public
so this.
this.
Will go to 98%.
Yes,
will go to
but you give me percentages.
What you were looking at.
Yes, but you give me.
How about you? Were you also looking out for the same thing?
In a competitive like this one, in a competitive way like this one, of course, then we should. It will have to get to a time where the 60%, the board, as their
the spread should be known.
Able to be, it has to come out.
And I nominate you. So whatever you do should be known.
Game that is dangerous though that we will get to that level. But then it's the lives of people is hanging on 60%.
So we have to do it.
So it's alleged. It was even alleged that majority of the people said, "Patapanyom so nyumbeng."
But that's the board.
The board or the academy?
Yes, the board. It was alleged.
I haven't heard that.
No, I'm saying that it was alleged.
He said it was alleged.
When he was saying it, I wasn't there.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for your time. Thank you so very much for your time. And you no, please, Dr. Lawyer Kwesi Ernest.
And say if you cut plantain and cocoyam and you mix it together.
I mix a champon trees.
It's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys.
Folks, thank you so very much for also you doing the viewing, and for all those who called in, we want to say a big thank you to you.
It's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys, and just watch JoyPrime. Don't forget that anytime we may just be here and be talking about entertainment, so just tune in and let's have a good time together.
And don't forget,
my costume is by Adepa House. I was costumed by Adepa House. And don't forget, I'm a brand ambassador for Adepa House as well.
And do not forget, guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Still keep your channel here logged on JoyPrime, the only channel that gives you real entertainment. And remember, it's nice to be important, but more important to be nice. At 3:30, you are going to have full length of what you just saw in snippets. I mean, make a date.
My name is KMJ. Always remember, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. God bless, and thanks for tuning in.
Watching me, folks.